title of this segment is
Smoke on the mountain.
Yes, you can see that it's very smoggy and smoky here today. It smells really bad. We headed off on our planned 3-day acclimation hike to Lake Ediza via Shadow Lake Trail.
We're at the inlet stream for Ediza Lake.
The smoke was initially just enough to be annoying, and the views were spectacular, of course. At just a little under 10,000 feet, Lake Ediza was high enough for us to feel the effects of altitude, so we came back down a little to camp the second night.
This is the start of our 5th day camping. We had quite a good night last night. We're on a rocky ledge, somewhere between Ediza Lake and Shadow Lake.
And this is the smoky sunrise that's greeted us on day 3 of our Lake Ediza hike. When we got down to Mammoth, we discovered that the aspen fire was growing exponentially and all the smoke was being funneled this way, right along the John Muir Trail corridor. Unfortunately, this is Monday morning, the 29th, and this is the view out of our hotel window. So that's how it happened that we caught a bus around to Tuolumne Meadows, dropped in at the ranger station, picked up a permit to hike down into Yosemite Valley starting at the Rafferty Creek trailhead, and ended up hiking over Vogelsang Pass. Here follows the story of that trip.
This is the Tuolumne River, not far from where we camped last night in the backpackers camp. It's about this is Rafferty Creek, about an hour or so up from the junction with the JMT, where we saw the creek almost totally dried out. But there's a really nice little trickle of water up here.
Not far to the pass. Covered about 9 miles and 1,500 feet of ascent. The trail's been steadily climbing. It's a rocky, dusty trail with lots of steps. And
this looks like our first coffee at Vogelsang High Sierra Camp.
hello.
We've got a sheltered spot here where someone's had a fire before, and we're sort of right at the boundary of the High Sierra Camp.
Here's Paul on the lower part of the ascent to Vogelsang Pass, Vogelsang Lake, and then the pass is just up there behind those 2 little trees. It's so beautiful.
It certainly is. Wow.
And what a perfect day we've got for it. This is a little ridge line that we're walking beside on our way up to Vogelsang Pass. So we've just come over the pass, and this is the view down the other side.
And now we're looking into the Merced catchment, we believe, for the Merced River, which flows all the way down to Yosemite Valley.
And I think Yosemite Valley must be around the other side of that range of mountains.
Yeah, I think so too.
This side.
Yeah, we think we're looking at the Clark Range, but
We're looking south, yeah.
I don't have the map handy.
Just come around the corner from the pass, which is really
This is Lewis Creek. We've just descended from Vogelsang, and up there the water was cold. Down here it's warm, it's just about perfect. It's a really good place to have a soak and cool off. Yes, I think it is a dipper.
okay. Today is Friday, and yesterday is the day that we climbed over Vogelsang Pass, which is a beautiful hike. Thoroughly recommend it. The last 3 miles were a bit of a slog, but I think that's mainly because we didn't intend to do them yesterday, but we got bad information about where we could camp, so we got caught high above a canyon with no water, and we just had to keep going until we got down. It was a very steep, tricky descent and quite unpleasant, and we were very tired by the time we got to camp, but now we've got less miles to do today, so that's kind of nice. Ooh, what's happening? I think I've stuffed this. Oh well, it's nearly boiled.
This is Merced Lake.
We're about, I think, 2 to 3 miles below Merced Lake HSC camp, and this hike is absolutely beautiful with the Merced River running along below. Beautiful, amazing granite cliffs. Just not really cliffs, just gentle sloping pottery-like granite, and beautiful rock pools that the water's flowing through. It must be absolutely awesome at full flow, but even now it's really beautiful. It's 11:30 and the smoke's getting really thick. We're hoping it's still from the aspen fire and not a new fire that we haven't heard about yet. This is a really weird, abrupt transition from beautiful, lush, green aspen forest to a great, big, hot expanse of granite. And that's where we've come from, down that way. Yeah, this is unbelievably spectacular scenery, real Yosemite scenery. Fantastic.
Working back up the Merced from the switchbacks.
Descending now towards this amazing area of the Merced River. Still descending. This is an absolutely beautiful little section of trail that's been carefully cobbled. You hungry, Paul?
I'm still a bit hungry, yes. I mean, I've had lunch.
Yeah.
It was really good, but sure there's some other nice things in here.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
At the moment I'm not 100% sure, but it's trail mix related, so I've got granola.
Granola.
But I have to mix that with something like these guys here, chili mango slices, which are really hot. They're really fantastic, but it's better to mix them so that it's not too overpowering.
The trail's slippy. But it goes places like this. Come into a lovely dark forest now quite quickly, and we think some of the trees here are sequoias. They're young, but they're the giant sequoia, we think. A little grove of them. The forest that we're walking through now has been damaged by fire. There's quite a few trees that have been hollowed out, gutted by fire. Now we've come out into this hot, dry, manzanita-covered slope with this incredible dome. Little Yosemite Valley is stunning with these domes all the way along. Really interesting shaped domes. And if not for the fire, I suspect you wouldn't really be able to see them because of the trees, so the fire does have some advantages. The first view of Nevada Falls for this trip from the Jammu Trail. It's always beautiful. Half Dome in the back, the Golden Dome, Mount Broderick and Liberty Cap. We made it to Yosemite Valley. We had our meal at Curry Village. Then we caught the bus back around to Tuolumne Meadows for a swim.
Alright, here we are at Santa Monica, having a good look at the carousel.